I'm Blue Moon.
And I'm Red Moon. And
we're scared
to draw fan art.
Yeah, you heard us right.
Don't get us wrong, we love to draw fan art.
But the thing is, ever since we were little, we've only ever directly copied screenshots from shows that we like. Why? Because we're perfectionists.
Something in our little brains cannot let us draw someone else's art without that art looking exactly like their art.
But girl, this is not L from Death Note.
That's M from
Life
Note or something. So we should have been drawing fan art sooner because we were failing at our goal. Okay, we know this type of art still counts as fan art, but we want to be adventurous and make something a little more original. Our lack of creativity literally isn't an issue here. We literally graduated college with an animation and illustration degree, and are currently writing and illustrating our own comic book series, which will be out in 2025, but we haven't put our powers to good use in fandom spaces yet. And we're actually so shocked we've made it 23 years without making fan art because we literally love fan art so much. We have so much of it saved on Pinterest. Our Instagram For You page is all fan art. Our TikTok For You page is all fan art. I use fan art all the time in my TikToks and credit all of the artists as everyone should. Because it's literally so easy, especially if you have the Google Lens app on your phone. But no matter how cursed or how mediocre a piece of fan art is, if it's inspired by one of our favorite shows, we will heart it and favorite it immediately.
We are the #1 patrons of the arts.
The fan arts, if you will.
I truly believe fan art is what makes the world go round.
Fan art is truly the backbone, the literal bloodstream,
the crux of so many fandoms.
Or the Horcrux, if you will. Artists can and will use their powers for good and evil.
But most importantly, fan art can quite literally contain the entire soul of a fandom within it.
What is the Hamilton fandom without Miku Binder Thomas Jefferson?
What's the Gravity Falls fandom revival without saving the town?
What's literally any fandom without the actors AU?
What we're trying to say is fan art isn't about perfection.
It's about having fun and being inspired by another artist's work.
So today, we're gonna tackle every artist's greatest fear. Trolling! Okay, so we decided to explore 5 common types of fan art.
The first one being one that actually dates back to the early days of the Renaissance. Oh look, it's the Virgin Mary, her fiance, and the angel Gabriel. What a nice religious painting. Wait, who is that outside? Any guesses? Are they her nosy neighbors? Or family? No, they're actually very real people who commissioned this painting. Self-insert fan art dates back literally hundreds of years and is obviously super popular in the modern age. People love certain pieces of media so much that they wish they could be in it themselves. And so, free will calls them to fulfill their wildest wishes. Although people also like to insert their own original characters or OCs into their favorite works. So that's what I decided to do, but what franchise should I force my OC into? I've seen over 66 different animes, hundreds if not thousands of movies and TV shows. How am I ever gonna pick?
K-I-T-T-Y, everybody say Hello Kitty.
Yes, that's right. I decided to make Hello Kitty fan art, but not just any Hello Kitty fan art. I wanted to make fan art specifically inspired by the Hello Kitty cartoon that ran from 1999 to 2001 in the United States called Hello Kitty Paradise. Why? Simply because I stumbled across all the episodes on YouTube and remember watching this episode as a child, and only this episode. The rest of the cartoon is honestly a blur to me, but whatever they're eating here looks so good that it permanently etched itself into my brain. And because while watching some of the episodes for this video, I realized just how funny they actually are.
Somebody rescue us!
Wait, I'll save you. Just give me a moment.
Ah! My hero! He can save us from the witch!
Leave these children or face my wrath.
Oh, Oh, fuck!
But anyway, the animation in this show might be a little questionable at best, but the art style is so cute. I'm surprised the Sanrio baddies haven't plastered screenshots from the show all over Pinterest already. While I was admiring the meme potential of this shittily made children's cartoon, I was hit by a mischievous thought that could only come from the mind of an unemployed person. What if I trolled people on Reddit? And so my fan art idea was born. My objective, you ask? To put my OC into a scene from Hello Kitty Paradise and convince the Sanrio archaeologist that she is in fact a real Sanrio character. I don't want to just insert myself into a piece of media. I want people to think I was there all along. In theory, this should be relatively easy to accomplish because there are over 450 Sanrio characters in the Hello Kitty universe. The Sanrio baddies can't possibly know every single one, right? Right? Hey, all I have to do is convince them that my character is just a really obscure and undocumented Sanrio character, kinda like Heisuki, or this. Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing why only a select few characters are popular in the United States. So anyway, I reached into my folder of old artwork I made in college and pulled out this kitty named Luna. Now that I'm really looking at her, she seems sort of reminiscent of Hello Kitty with the stocky limbs, round silhouette, and a face so cute you might forget about Japan's war crimes. So she's the perfect contender for this forgery. I then fought against my maximalist brain and simplified her design as best as I could. Once she was ready, I combed through a few episodes of the show and took screenshots of scenes I wanted to insert her into. The hardest part about doing this wasn't drawing Luna as a new mysterious Sanrio character, but it was all of the work I had to do in Photoshop. I had to edit out this channel's logo, make my line art blurry as hell to match the terrible quality of the show, and instead of coloring her by hand, I ended up taking screenshots of the colors used in the episodes in order to collage them onto my drawing. All in an effort to make my screenshots look as real and legitimate as they most definitely are. Oh yeah, and I also had to cover up Hello Kitty herself. Or I mean, her twin sister, Mimi, actually. Yeah, Hello Kitty has a twin sister, and the only way you can tell them apart is by the color of their bows. And if I was rating them in my TikTok series, I'd give them a 5 out of 10 on the twin rep scale. But they are really cute. They are, so we'll give them a pass. And just like that, under the watchful eye of Dr. TJ Eckelberg, these totally real and legitimate screenshots were ready to be put to the test and uploaded onto Reddit. It's 11 p.m. on a Friday night, and we're about to cause some chaos. We're about to scam people. Not scam people, more like trick people. Put some like mysticism in people's lives, you know, keep them on their toes. Being a liar? We're about to lie to people. Okay, so I'm debating on what subreddit to post in first. I was thinking I would post in the r/Sanrio group, but I feel like those bitches would know their Sanrio characters and they'd clock me so quick. Yeah. But I think if I gaslight enough, I might be able to pull it off. I think the first comment you'll get is just, you dumbass, that's me. No, the first comment's gonna be like, nice drawing. Hello kitties. Should I start off like I know them really well? No, don't. Are you phrasing it like, does anyone remember this character? Or are you phrasing it like, I saw a screenshot and I'm wondering what's this from? No, I think I would do that in the, I'm also Lost gonna post in the Lost Media subreddit. But for the Sanrio subreddit, I'm gonna say, does anyone else remember, oh, I spelled the cartoon wrong? And should I add something else? I used to love watching it as a kid and I see no one talk about it. Yep, talk about it. Don't mention the character at all. No, not mentioning her. No. She's not in the picture. And post it. Just make it really simple. Okay. Alright, so I'll have to wait and see. It posted. Let's see if the moderators catch my ass. Now go to the Lost Media. I'm gonna be bold with this one. And I'm gonna say something along the lines of, I used to watch Hello Kitty Paradise and I remember this character. Okay. I can't find any more footage of her. Okay. Oh, now okay, I'm gonna be a little more descriptive. Okay. If it helps, she was the antagonist. Yes. How can you miss footage of the antagonist? I don't know. Alright, I added a few more things saying I thanked people for helping me. I described her a little bit more. You're so nice you could never gaslight anyone. Let me post, let me scam people, Hallelujah. After finally posting on the Lost Media and Sanrio subreddits, we peacefully went to sleep knowing we were about to successfully dupe the masses. Yeah, we were caught. By which group, you might ask? The Sanrio girlies? Or the Lost Media bros? It
Media Bros.
I feel like I flopped because I had to be specific while writing my post, and I ended up including the name Hello Kitty Paradise in my description, so a Redditor decided to comb through every single episode on YouTube and find the exact screenshots I used for my art in order to prove my post was fake. They also all started critiquing my line art and dragging me, so I got my karma. I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. You know what? Wait. I was gonna say I wasted some nice people's time with my stupid prank, but hey, I didn't force them to do anything, okay? They could have kept scrolling. I'm not a bad person. I'm a YouTuber. If you do something bad and say it's for a bit, you're automatically not an asshole. That's just how it works.
Right.
Okay. I'm sorry, Lost Media people. What was my angle, you ask? Whimsy and trickery? Like, come on. We could have just had fun and pretended she was real, but you just had to call me out. Boo. Tomatoes. Anyways, I do have some good news. The Sanrio girlies didn't let me down. I managed to partially trick them. Not one of them clocked that my Sanrio character wasn't real, or maybe they did, but no one mentioned it. I think because my post was very vague and I just said, does anyone remember this Hello Kitty cartoon? Everyone was like, yeah, I love that thing. I managed to blind them by nostalgia and they couldn't see through their rose-colored glasses enough to notice that Hello Kitty's twin sister was now black. So, a win is a win. Oh, also, someone said that my character looked like this Sanrio character, and damn it, she's cuter than mine. Fuck. It's okay. I'm going back to the drawing board. In the United States, modern fan art as we know it today gained popularity with the rise of science fiction and fantasy stories in the 1960s and 70s. Before the internet, fan art was primarily made and shared by adults in adult spaces. It was auctioned at conventions, traded, sold through the mail, or included in self-published lines. In some fandoms, there was this notion that fan art, especially for live-action shows and movies, should be done in a realistic style. Although most fans did whatever they wanted, realism was definitely more common. In the 90s, US fandom culture was simultaneously introduced to Japanese animation and the internet. The internet made fan art more accessible and therefore more popular than it ever had been before. Anime was already heavily stylized, so there wasn't really an expectation to draw realistically. This encouraged more young people to try their hand at fan art. One of the fandoms that was directly impacted by this quick change in fan art culture was Harry Potter.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Well done, dear.
Fun fact, Harry Potter is considered to be one of the most fan art driven fandoms. Which tracks because Harry Potter also has the most fanfics out of all pieces of media on AO3, with a total of 366,700 fanfictions made. And I can't help but think it's because the franchise became popular at just the right time in gooning history. We mean fan art history, yeah. Recently, we've been invested in a popular fandom that originated from those same early 2000s fandom spaces that Harry Potter thrived in. The creator of this piece of media we're currently obsessed with was super active in fandom spaces in the early 2000s, even making and posting fan art herself. Yeah, we're talking about Hazbin Hotel. We're obsessed. It's been a full year since the Amazon Prime show released, and I'm not even exaggerating. I think about the show every day of my life. It's really bad, and this is a cry for help.
What is it she dreams about that makes her want to stay asleep all the time?
Hazbin Hotel is infamous for its fan community, and I think this is partially due to the fact that as of season 1, there are so many unexplored plot points and characters. So it's basically like a big sandbox for creators and fan artists. And we eat up every single piece of fan art we see. And we've seen it all, for better or worse, for better and worse, for better or... Oh my god, what is that? And as Alistair's #1 fan. One plot point that I hope to visually see in the future comes from episode 5 when Mimsy says,
You know, this one used to frequent the club where I used to perform. He's the only one I knew who could pound whiskey like a sailor, then keep up with me on the dance floor.
So this has canonically happened and they criminally don't give us visuals. I remember watching this episode like, damn, I hope we get to see that. And the best thing about being an artist is I don't have to wait and see. Sometimes I forget I have the free will and the skills to basically draw whatever I want. Go. So I'm gonna draw drunk Alistair, let's go! Woo! Now, I've drawn Alistair a few times, but this time I will not be copying any official art. Oh shit. Okay, now I won't be copying any official artwork. I had to study him from all angles so I could do him justice, okay? Sure. Stiff poses is something I personally struggle with, so drawing one of my favorite characters in a completely original pose had me shaking in my baby seal leather boot. So, to fight my inner perfectionist, I tried a little trick recommended by the creator of Lackadaisy, who suggested that in order to make poses look more fluid, you should make teeny tiny mini sketches of the poses you want to do so you don't get too lost in the details. Originally, before I settled on basing my artwork off of Mimsy's line in episode 5, I just wanted to draw Alistair performing or playing piano, mostly because I want him to have a solo song in season 2 so badly. So I drew a bunch of potential poses for this, although I wasn't feeling any of them, so I ultimately decided to draw him dancing with Mimsy. Because I secretly wanted to draw Mimsy too.
Is it 'cause I'm adorable?
Hot take, but I love Mimsy so much.
She's literally one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, Alistair Mimsy's friendship is so underrated. More meeple need to draw fan art of Alistair and Mimsy. Like, come on, they're right there.
But isn't this so cute?
Fun fact, while Mimsy says this line, she does the Charleston, which is a popular dance from the 1920s and 30s, so I studied the Charleston and sketched Mimsy and Alistair in various different Charleston-esque poses. Eventually, I picked this one, mostly because I wanted to make it look like they're almost competing with each other and not necessarily doing a couple's dance. Plus, I wanted to draw their full outfits because they're really fun to draw, so I wanted the key parts of their outfits to be visible. Style-wise, I tried going for a hybrid between has-been style and my own, but I was being a perfectionist about it, so I ended up being extremely similar to the show's art style. Yeah, I even stole Alistair's shadow creatures from the pilot and used this screenshot I altered of Alistair's shadow for the background. I couldn't resist, okay? I think I just really wanted it to feel like a real flashback. At first, I planned on having Alistair's eyes opened, but I was having a hard time conveying a super genuine drunken smile from him, so I closed his eyes after experimenting with a few facial expressions. For the background, I took this 1920s style wallpaper and incorporated Alistair's radio into it, and it looks so fucking sick. I love it. I want this wallpaper for my house. Wait to hype yourself up. I worked on this fan art on and off since the beginning of December, so by the time I got to coloring the background, I felt immense pressure. In fact, I spent 4 hours experimenting with different colors and hues. All I knew is that I wanted it to have a warm, intimate club feel while also looking vaguely vintage. I also wanted the primary spotlight to be pink because that's Mimsy's signature color, so I was having a hard time balancing it all. And after 1 mental breakdown and 2 heated arguments, I locked in and settled on this purple and pink combination. Now all that was left was to post it.
Oh, it looks so good. Okay, now post it everywhere else.
Okay. Let's go. I got my first comment on Instagram. Me too, girl. Me too.
Wow. Fantastic, baby. Dance. I wanna dance. Fantastic, baby.
I was also curious to see if my art gets taken and posted somewhere else without my permission, because unfortunately, in the fan art world, this is an extremely common event. But have you really made fire fan art if it doesn't get stolen and reposted somewhere else? Yes, and you're just lucky as hell. AUs, or alternate universes, are fan artists' secret weapon. AUs have the ability to save characters from ending up in bad canon relationships, save them from a traumatic event, or even save them from their own death. AUs can also be used to explore plot points the media inspiring them will never explore, like, what if Alistair died and went to heaven? Or they can be as mundane as, what if Hatsune Miku was a 47-year-old Texas realtor? I love this. So for my AU, I decided to ask myself, what would Shrek's house look like if the Shrek movies were gothic and made in the 80s? This was a commission for a friend, but like, he didn't ask for it at all. I wanted to draw him something for Christmas, and I knew he liked Shrek, and that he liked, well, goth everything, so this idea was born. I haven't drawn traditionally in quite some time, so I decided to make the mistake of drawing traditionally with microns on paper. Yeah, I immediately regretted it as soon as I started. I started by hunting and gathering, huntering, if you will, some reference photos of gothic art and Shrek's house, and tried my best to mishmash them together. Honestly, if you think about it, Shrek is very goth by himself, but I figured if his movie was ultra goth, his house would be up on a cliff's edge with raging water below, surrounded by rocky and treacherous terrain, which wouldn't be complete without it being set on a foggy night. Like, is this concept not giving 80s horror movie book cover? Come on. This drawing took me many days and nights, because having to draw straight lines repeatedly is not for the weak at all. Like, oh my god, they killed me. I'm also really bad at using rulers for some reason, so just like Republicans attending the Republican National Convention, not every line turned out to be perfectly straight. What the freak? I'm freaking messing up.
It adds to spookiness.
It does. But just like Bob Ross says, there aren't mistakes in art, only happy little accidents.
Check it. Ow. Check it. Ow! Ow! Ow, woohoo! Now you know something about ow, woohoo! Ow, woohoo! Yeah!
So I powered through, my hand screaming at me to end its fucking life, and just like that, my gosh Shrek house was complete. And it looks so good on my friend's wall, I'm actually super proud of it. I really wish I put like Shrek silhouette in the window, but I can't really fix that now unless I break into my friend's house. So, see you later. I can't fucking see shit. Fanart dates all the way back to ancient times when fans of Greek mythology created art for their favorite gods and goddesses. Some artists would even be commissioned to make artwork of these gods. Just like how a few weeks before Christmas, I was asked by my best friend to create fan art of everyone's favorite goddess, Hatsune Miku. My best friends, who I'll nickname Tootie per their request, wanted me to draw Miku in my art style, wearing this particular style of fashion. Personally, I describe it as Decora Kawaii Goth, but I don't know the real name of it. Since I was on a time crunch, I picked this basic full body pose and altered it. I liked it because I thought it would be the best way to highlight her outfit. Then I began sketching a handful of potential outfit options. This took me 2 hours because I wanted to incorporate a little bit of every photo they sent me into her outfit. And I was being indecisive as fuck. All I knew is that I wanted her to have leg warmers. Eventually, I settled on this, which I think is a good mix between the cute, delicate, and punk rock aspects of this aesthetic. Tootie also wanted Miku to feature her old seafoam green hair. In their words, back when Miku was released, her color was green and not blue. A different Vocaloid named Kaito was blue, and Miku was always green. They have a lot of nostalgia attached to green-haired Miku, so I knew I could not let them down. My bestie also requested that Miku's outfit scream Tootie core. So, it will. So I took all of their favorite colors and slapped it on. Luckily, their favorite colors match Miku's seafoam green hair perfectly. My Tootie also really enjoys Japanese stationery and pens, so I modeled the background off of Japanese notebook paper and wrote Hatsune Miku in their handwriting like a kid trying to forge their parents' signature, and then colored it to look like one of their favorite pen inks. Later, I printed out a physical copy, got called an anime character by the cashier when I went to pick it up, and gave Miku to my friend for Christmas. And with that, I successfully created a commissioned piece of fan art. For free. Because you should never charge your friends. Especially for Christmas. Yeah, the cashier at Walgreens said he liked our hair and that if he were to ever make 2 twin anime character OCs, he would make them look like us. So, somebody draw fan art of us as anime characters now. Now, do it, quick. Please. Hazbin Hotel has indeed affected my brain a little bit too. A little. As I now exclusively post Hazbin Hotel content on TikTok, but throughout my time in the fandom, I've learned a lot about the show. Like the fact that Rosie's entire character is just fan art of Dolly from the musical Hello Dolly. Okay, I'm kidding. Rosie's design was just heavily inspired by Dolly, and her personality has been said to be inspired by a few songs from the musical, So I decided to do a little fan art inception and not only draw Rosie in a Dolly-inspired outfit, but straight up insert her into this poster design. For this artwork, I decided to give Rosie a little redesign, which is also a common genre of fan art that dates back literally hundreds of years. Like, did you know that every depiction of an angel that you've ever seen is actually just a very popular fan redesign? Because angels in the Bible are described to look like this. Yeah, terrifying. Anyway, I love the pearls on this outfit Dolly wears, so I decided to Rosieify them and make them look like these pearls I saw on Pinterest. Cause if you don't watch Hazbin Hotel, Rosie's a cannibal. So I thought she'd rock a little, gore moment. Her outfit is a combination of her original dress, Dolly's dress, and this old sketch Vivian, the creator of Hazbin, drew in 2019. I based the Hello font off the original font in the Hello Dolly poster, but took the font of Rosie's name directly from her Emporium sign in Cannibal Town. Lastly, I decided to painstakingly replicate the wallpaper design in her Emporium for her dress and background, and oh my god, this took forever. I ended up having to trace the pattern, straighten it out, stitch it together, and then simplify it so it would look good from far away. Lastly, I saved myself from an embarrassing typo that I didn't notice until literally the last minute, and just like that, I was finally done.
This is Rosie, the most darling, delightful, and dangerous overlord this side of the pentagram.
Overall, I love how this came out, but I feel like her outfit could have slayed harder. Like, as hard as she slays. I've seen so many amazing Rosie redesigns, and I feel like mine is just kind of plain. But comparison is the thief of joy, so I declare that my Rosie art is the best Rosie art ever drawn. Period. Actually, wait. Let me ask the class, and by class I mean hundreds of strangers on the internet. Yeah, that's right. Half the fun of making fan art is shoving it down strangers' throats. So I threw my art into the void that is Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, and Blue Moon also decided to make a quick TikTok showing off her Hazbin art and posted that as well. Why is uploading like literally the scariest part
I'm scared.
of anything?
I'm scared.
Alright, I'm about to post it on Blue Sky.
Let's go.
Boop. Woo! Last place. Post. Yippee, yippee! Oh my god, it looks so good up here. Ooh. I never make Twitter threads, so I'm scared. Yeah. Let's allow those to simmer with our large audience of 90 Blue Sky followers, and we'll check back on them later. Let's move on to... Fan headcanons refers to something a fan imagines about the characters that does not appear in the official piece of media. Fan headcanons often fuel fan artists to draw art based on them. Like Alistair definitely has a tail, or like Glinda and Elphaba are definitely gay for each other. So I thought, why not take one of my favorite characters from childhood and make up a fan headcanon about them to draw. Growing up, I loved Monster High, and I still do. As you can see, one of my favorite characters was and still is Claudine. Mostly because she's a werewolf and I love wolf and moon imagery, but also because in the old webisodes and movies, she felt very ace-coded.
You are freaking me out. Enough with the winking.
As a kid who didn't know I was Error Ace yet, Claudine was the most relatable character to me. She wasn't interested in romance and didn't have a partner. Now I know it was mostly because the creator, Garrett Sanders, wanted Claudine to be gay, but Mattel said no. But facts don't matter in fan fiction, okay? Claudine is Ace because I said so. We stated it. In fact, actually, it's real, and the Monster High creator, he said it. Look, it's totally doctored. I mean, real screenshot. Yeah. Also, yes, I'm aware you can be gay and Ace, but anyways, since I'm already being self-indulgent here, I went ahead and picked out Schools Out Claudine, a Claudine doll that I sadly don't own. The tragedy. To base my drawing off of. This was by far the quickest fan art I drew. It took me under 2 days because I kept it simple. If you're queer and you've been on Pinterest for more than 2 minutes, you're probably familiar with images like these. They usually feature random characters photoshopped onto different LGBTQ flags. Some pairings make sense while others don't. If you watched our Why Alistair is Great Ace Representation video, you know there aren't too many officially confirmed Ace characters in media. In fact, a lot of Ace characters are just headcanoned as Ace by fans. So Claudine fits right in with the rest of these characters. I even gave her an ace ring and made her nails the color of the ace flag. I posted my work on Instagram, wrote a bio discussing her sexuality, and waited for responses. So far, Claudine has 57 likes, and the 3 comments I got are super supportive, so I call my Claudine Ace headcanon a win. Speaking of wins, let's check in on our fan art that's been floating around the nethers of the internet. Our most successful post ended up being, drumroll please, the YouTube short I made by stealing my own TikTok. Rare YouTube shorts win. Everyone over there was so nice for once. My video racked up 11,000 views. Here are some of our favorite comments we got. The first one being, are they Charleston? Yes. They are. Next, I'm sorry, but Alistair's smile actually looks genuine, as if he were really actually happy. If getting him drunk is how we'll see him smile for real, I'm praying it happens. By the way, your art is insanely good and it has 138 likes. Like, that's so many people agreeing. Ah! So cute. Cute! And lastly, I've never seen Alistair smile before, and, no, you have. I hate to break it to you, you have. Our second most successful post was my TikTok that I stole from, and our third most successful post was my Instagram post of the same drawing. Close behind was my Instagram post I posted about Rosie, which tracks because 2 days later on my personal Instagram account, I was suggested all 3 posts on my For You page. I don't even follow our public Instagram on my personal account, so I really did make fan art I wanted to see. Like, as the famous prophet Jenna Marbles once said, hell yeah! We really accomplished our goal of being extremely self-indulgent. And we ate. Oh. Let me do it again. We ate. Wait, okay. We ate. We ate. That wasn't that good. We ate. No, it's still misaligned. We ate. Although our Blue Sky and Twitter posts got the least amount of engagement, someone did steal my art off Twitter and reposted it. Okay, so we were just doing our daily scroll of Reddit, yes we're losers, and tell me why I see my art. Oh my god, and there's 8 comments, we gotta read them. Let me see what they say. Looks like Huss has restopped the And there's someone's quote, you put this quote in the bro, I should have posted this myself. I hope we see more Rimsey. Yes. Damn, so cute. That's when nice. Did they post this? When did they 6 hours ago? Damn, I should have content farmed my own content. Fuck, they made me do it. So I'd say we successfully made fire fan art. Let's go. Honestly, while drawing all this fan art, I couldn't help but literally want to chokeslam myself into the floor for not doing this sooner. I had such a fun time not only creating the fan art, but talking to fellow Chronically Online people about some of my favorite pieces of media. Alistair's walk is so slay. Yeah. It is. I've seen people post just TikTok compilations of him walking, and he's such a sassy walk. If you're an artist who's always hesitated to draw fan art like us, think about it this way. The last thing you could join. Think about it this way. Every single piece of fan art is inspired by another piece of art. Humanity is constantly learning from itself. Participating in fan art is just participating in the evolution of art as a whole. So ship those characters! Draw that comic! Put Spider-Man in a dress. I don't give a fuck. Be free, because being cringe simply doesn't exist if you don't care. Make that obscure fan art because you never know whose day you might brighten or who might see your post. Yeah, the creator of Has Been Hotel liked our TikTok. Oh my god, we were perceived. Oh my god, oh my god. What? Ew! She was probably laughing too. She was like, I got you, bitch. No, literally. And honestly, if I was a creator, I'd be laughing too. Yeah, me too. I got you. Speaking of creators, back in the day, we used to be semi-popular LPS tubers, and people would often make us fan art and send it to us. And oh my god, even the goofiest drawings meant so much to us, you have no idea. Most recently, someone inserted us into the Has Been Hotel universe. They DM'd us asking what our favorite Squishmallows were and created this beautiful artwork. What the fuck? What did I do to deserve this? It's so cute! I don't know. People are too nice. Like, what the fuck? Even though our posts didn't get that many likes, the few people who did see our work really enjoyed it, and that's what makes it all the more worth it. If you want to see something, chances are someone else wants to see it too. So make fan art and share it with the world. Who cares what people think, and who cares if it's perfect? Oh, also, I'm just realizing now that we sort of kind of lied about never drawing fan art before. Back in the day, our most popular YouTube videos were us drawing LPS as humans. Fuck shit. Please forgive us. We're YouTubers, therefore we're not evil. We just made a severe and continuous lapse in our judgment. Yeah, how the fuck did you sit down and film this shit? Like, Jesus. Thanks for watching, and just remember, to dream is to expand your imagination and to create in reality. Anything is possible, and things don't have to make sense. Yeah, see you in our next video. I did run out of breath. You said whatever. Don't call me out. Fuck our message. I still believe in our message. Okay. I just couldn't fucking breathe. Do you want me to choke? Yeah. I want you to die for our message. Okay, this video's getting long. Bye. Bye.